Welcome back, class. In the second part of the Nelson Mandela A Long Walk to Freedom. In the previous lecture or the earlier lecture, we discussed about the what this chapter and the story contains, the meanings, the important meanings we have covered in the previous lectures. Also, the summary of the story that the Nelson Mandela was going to be a president. What was going to be the president of Africa, and here in this chapter he explains the journey from born to the president, and here he describes the scenario of the amphitheater where the peoples were gathered, where the dignitaries were gathered to see the Nelson Mandela's oath, and how the second deputy president gave a very beautiful speech for from their own intentions, and they have dig out the points, the important points like navigation and salvation, not salvation, starving, poverty, discrimination, racism. These were the points that the Africans were facing. These were the problems. Okay. Similarly, the situation has been changed. It's been reversed because of the change that a couple of people has initiated and had they intended to change the country. So, and the lots of sacrifice were also mentioned in his story. So Nelson Mandela continues. We will continue the Nelson Mandela's this portion. Okay, in the next paragraph. In the previous paragraph, I have covered previous paragraph, 2-3 paragraphs. In that, I explained that the Zenesa, okay, Zenani, not Zenesa, Zenani was also with Nelson Mandela. Okay, now we'll go further. Okay, I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the dream over it. And the brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but the who conquers that fear. Okay, means Nelson Mandela in his speech, while he was doing his speech, he was telling his speech. Okay, he was giving his speech. He explained, he stated us a very important point. First, a person who is brave, okay, he conquers fear instead of showing that he is not affected with the fear. Okay, the simple line is, if you don't feel afraid against fear, it is not a bravery. Okay, brave means what? If you have some kind of fear for some kind of thing, from some particular thing, you have to, you have to fight that fear. Okay, if you have fear like of height, that's phobia. Okay, you have to fight with that situation. You have fear with speaking in public, so that is kind of different kind of phobia. So the brave person is who conquers that fear and who fight that fear and solve himself and take a solution from that. Okay, this according to Nelson Mandela. Now, no one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion. People must learn to hate. Okay, and if they can't learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Means no one is born to hate someone on the basis of their color. Okay, means a born child is never, he or she don't know that he is black or she is black. Okay, for him, it's like a boy or girl that I want to play with him. It was like a friend, a colleague. But if a parent, if his or her colleague will teach him the proper way, that yes, today is your friend and tomorrow when you will grow, then also he or she will be your friend. Okay, you should never judge on the basis of his color. So people used to teach love to someone, okay, instead of teaching the bad things against anyone. Okay, because while growing up, the child, when he becomes a mature, okay, he learns lots of things from her parents, from his parents. So it's her or his parents' responsibility to teach him a good thing. Okay, by putting some words, some bad words in his mind, in his or her mind, it will create a disaster thing in the future, because that thing will, from the spark, from the thought, will create a new line, a broad thing in his mind, and that thing will continue for the future generation. He will thinking that yes, my father once told me that this boy is a bad boy. Yes, now I will teach my child that his child is also bad child, because that particular person is a bad. Okay, so that thought may create a bad situation for future, that bad mentality, and a hatred situation between both parts. So, not a single child in the universe should teach this kind of thing, as the child never learned this type of thing. Okay, yes, some of the parents used to say that बच्चा उसके साथ मत खेलो, वो गंदा बच्चा है. Okay, and that thing, that thing create a space of ganda bacha in his mind, in their mind. Okay, a day will come that he will definitely say that you are ganda bacha because my dad told me. So this was the situation that Nelson Mandela has also mentioned in the speech. Okay, even the greenest times in the prison, when my comrades and I were pushed to our limits, I would see a glimmer, okay, of humanity in our on one of the guards, perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to pressure me, okay, reserve me and keep me going. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. Okay, and this word, while he mentioned while continuing his speech, he mentioned that once when he was in a jail, okay, he was in prison, okay, he observed a positivity, a good effort from a guard, from a particular guard who was standing beside him. Okay, that good effort realized him. Okay, make him realize that yes, still humanity is still exists in Africa. Okay, I am in jail, but means some situation will arise there, but the situation has been not mentioned in this part. But the effort is also not mentioned, but the situation is mentioned that this fellow, that guard has, the guard has shown some positive effort, some positive behavior with Nelson Mandela, and then he realized yes, humanity still yes. Means he want to say what? Okay, humanity can be reduced or can be pressed down, but it can never be extinguished. Okay, means after all, he is also human being and Nelson Mandela is human being. So what, he is in prison and he is out of prison. So what, he is a guard and he is a bad boy, but still both are human beings. Okay, if he is feeling not well, it's her responsibility to look after them. Then what's going on with you? Then why are you not feeling well? In life, every man has twin obligations. Okay, obligations to his family, to his parents, to his wife and children, and he has an obligation to his family and community. Okay, his country, the civil and the human society, each man is able to fulfill those obligations according to his own inclinations and abilities. But in a country like South Africa, it was almost impossible for a man of my birth and color to fulfill both of these obligations. Okay, means here the Nelson Mandela states that there is lots of twin obligations, one for his family, parents, wife, and one for his people and community. Means responsibilities, we can say that some of the responsibilities a person has, suppose a man, okay, or a boy. Let's take an example of a boy. He has obligations for his family and his school also. He has to follow some kind of rules and regulations at home as well as in the school. But in South Africa, it was quite different. Okay. Similarly, here he mentioned that in a human being, all kind of human being has at least two kind of applications. He has to face all the responsibilities. One for families, daughters and children and whatever. Okay, one for the community, societies, and one for his country. Okay, each and every person in the class obligate himself to his country, has responsibility to his country, that he is learning, he is doing a very good deed for his country, because future he is going to be an engineer, doctor, politician, and teacher like me, or teacher like anyone teacher, but he will do something, she will do something in future. That contribution is one kind of obligation to the country. Okay, but here Nelson Mandela states that this kind of situation may have chances in the different countries, but in South Africa it was like a different scenario for him. For the person who is born black. Okay, person who is born black. Please just imagine if a person is a black, what kind of mentality was thinking earlier in that days in South Africa and the Americas. Means people used to think if you are a white means you are a beautiful, you are a black means you are ugly. Okay, this was the thinking and thought that arose. I don't know from where this was arised. From first people used to say that you are a black and you are ugly, which was one. I don't know. We don't know. Let's continue this chapter. Okay. A man of color who attempted to live as a human being was punished and isolated. In South Africa, a man who tried to fulfill his duty to his people was inevitably, unavoidably removed from his family and his home and forced to live in a life apart. Twilight existence of separation. Okay? Means in Africa it was different. If you are born black, by birth if you are black and you can't stay, you have to be isolated. Okay, because now for them you are not a part of the society. You are a different culture. You have your own system. Okay, you do not belong to us. Why? Because you have a black color. Yes, this was the system at that time. So this creates a loss of obstacles for the person who want to be the president. Nelson Mandela. You can't imagine that what kind of problem he faced. Nowadays, people don't have this kind of issues in their life. It's like torturing every day. That whenever you used to get out of the room and you used to walk on the road, and people used to say that you are a black. Why are you sitting here? Go out there. What kind of situation that he has to face at that time? You don't imagine. Suppose if you are a person who have disabilities, and if you want to talk with some person who have all kind of ability, and the person that group of people, that couple of people will behave like that. You have disability and you should not sit with us, you should go there. This kind of behavior, it was a discrimination and it was torturing every day. And also Nelson Mandela never gave up. Okay, in South Africa this situation was like that. I did not in the beginning of choose to place my people above my family, but in attempting to serve my people, I found that I was prevented from fulfilling my obligations as a son, a brother, and a father, and a husband. Okay, finally he realized that this is my responsibility. Okay, at the time, at the young age, he was a father, he was a husband, he was a son. Okay, he was a full responsibility of his family. He was a man, he was a guardian of his family. So he has some kind of responsibility that he has to, follow rules and regulations for his applications. Okay, I was not born with hunger to be free. I was born free in every way that I could know. Free to run in the fields near my mother's hut, free to swim in the color stream and ran through my village, free to roast molasses, under the stars and ride the broad back of slow moving bulls. As long as I obeyed my father and obeyed my customs of my tribe, I was not troubled by the laws of man or God. Means he mentioned here that when he was, Nelson Mandela was in a village, he was free for doing every activities. Okay, not a single person, not a single human being person. I would like to say that not a single person has pointed him that you are doing wrong. This is not the rightful place for you kind of people. Okay, while he was in village, because in village people was living a very simple, sober lifestyle. Okay, in the town and the city place, it was rules and regulations. In village, it was like gardens, forest, trees, lots of foods, and lots of sleeps, and cattle rearing and domestic activities that mostly the villages are doing. They are used to perform activities, that domestic activities. So during that time, those days, he didn't realize hatred rules and regulations against the black. Okay, he didn't know. He didn't come across the regulations, the laws which were made against the black and for the white. It was that situation he mentioned in the this paragraph. Okay, and it was only when I began to learn with my boyhood freedom was an illusion. When I discovered as a young man that my freedom had already been taken from me, that I began to hunger for it. Okay, he mentioned that when I was a kid, I don't know anything, but when I was grown up, like a mature boyhood, okay, then I realized that doesn't exist anywhere. Okay, for me, because I am black, I'm born black. It's like, for me, freedom, it's useless. It's illusion. Okay, but why? Because at first he didn't realize the situation, but he come to know every day by day, while people used to torture him and realizing that you are black and this is not the right place for you. So there, after lots of days and lots of pains, he realized that yes, I have lost my freedom, and the situation he observed that I will explain to you. Okay? That I began to hunger for it. At first, as a student, I wanted freedom only for myself. The transitory freedoms of being able to stay out at night, read what I please, and go where I chose. Later, as a young man in Johannesburg, I yearned for the basic and honorable freedoms for achieving my potential, of earning my keep, of marrying and having a family. The freedom not to be obstructed in a lawful life. Here, Mandela Sahab, he explained that when I was kid, I didn't know anything, so I was not hungry for anything. Okay, I was hungry for food. Okay, when you grow up, you have a hunger of lots of things. For example, that equipments, utilities, and requirements that will with your increase your height, the requirements will increase, and your utilization will also increase. So he said that. When I was kid, I don't have any kind of hunger. But when I was, I grown up, Johannesburg, I realized that when I was a student, Nelson Mandela was a student, he understand that he need what? Freedom for his life, for his night out, for his whatever he wants to read, he can read. That kind of freedom he wants. Means it was like rules and regulations that black should not visit this library and black people should not go outside during nights. Okay, for boys was just imagine how the critical situation was there for girls. Okay, it was like I can't imagine also. Nowadays also the girls feel insecurities in many more places. Okay, but at that time, can't you imagine the situation, the sensitiveness of the girls who want to go outside, who want to enjoy the freedom. For them it was very disaster. For men it was there, but for girls and women was like, the main problem was education. They can't get enough education and they can't get that kind of achievement in their life, because it was like they were bounded, they were squared in a room only. Okay. So here Nelson Mandela in his speech mentioned all the points deeply, with his sorrow, with his pain, with his happiness, with his frustration. All these expressions were used in his speech. Now he explained that when I was older, when I was grown up, now I have completed my graduation and now I am free to live. I have a happy family. Means to marry someone and to have my own family. Okay, to see to live simple life and fulfill my own needs and deeds. Okay, but there he realized, but then I slowly saw that not only was I not free, but my brothers and sisters were not free. I saw that it was not just my freedom that was curtailed, okay, which was reduced, okay, but the freedom of everyone who looked like I did. That is when I joined the African National Congress. Okay, means it was on the verge, it was now the water has been raised up beyond your head. The situation was more worse than it seems. Means when he grew up, he realized that okay, now it's too much. Nelson Mandela realized that he was not only one who feels this type of situation. His brother, his sister, his mother, father, and all colleagues who belongs to his family, and all black persons. Okay, all black persons was facing same problem. Okay, so he decided to take a standard, to take a decision. He decided to change, to bring a change in the society. That change was initiated after joining the African National Congress, means politics. Okay, means he joined the politics because the government has the authority to bring the change. So from the beginning, he joined the African National Congress. Okay, there the seed of the change was dipped, and the crop will be harvesting as freedom. Okay, we'll harvest the freedom once a day, one day. Okay, but now Nelson Mandela mentioned that my only hunger is freedom. I want that my children and their children may survive in a place they can feel, free. That thought was there in Nelson Mandela. Okay, so that is when the hunger for my own freedom becomes the greater hunger for the freedom of my people. It was this desire for the freedom of my people to live their lives with dignity and self-respect with unanimated life. Just a second, I need some water. Okay, welcome back. Now, this is thinking of freedom. Okay, that his hunger becomes the hunger of the country, hunger of the people who belongs to black. Okay, so there he realized that yes, the thinking, the change, okay, that he wants, okay, it exists in each and every person of African people who were blacks. But the problem was they were not expressing the point because they were weak, okay, and they can't withstand that situation. For them, it was like, yeah, okay, it was like them. But a person who lead them, okay, if suppose if they had power, okay, Nelson Mandela thought, if suppose someone had a power to bring the change, then all the people who has that kind of similarities and the similarities of thought will be united and will be bring together to bring this change. So, we know that this change may cause some harmness. In simple words, it is called a sacrifice. Okay, that they have done. Okay, and in India also, where lots of people have died, they shaheed for us, they sacrificed their life for us. So today we are living in a simple life. Just imagine if the Britishers they ruled in India approximately for 200 years. Just imagine how India was, it was disturbed from its root. Okay, now today our situation is we are among the developing countries. Once we were developed countries, okay, now we are developing countries. So this was the situation that when someone put their hand on your head, okay, to operate you, okay, they could harm very, very badly from your root. So that change to upside down the situation, it may cause by lots of times, lots of days, and lots of human beings and lots of bodies, lots of sacrifice. And in India, Subhash Chandra Bose used to say that तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा. Why he told them that you have to give your blood. Okay, you have to give your blood. I'll get you freedom. Okay, because without fighting in a proper manner, Mahatma Gandhi used to say that yes, Satyameva Jayate means yes, if you will say truth and without fighting also. Okay, ahimsa is not good, non-violence is good. Violence is ahimsa is good, ahimsa is not good, ahimsa is not good, ahimsa is good. Means violence and fighting and violence is not good. Okay, so this was the situation that these were the situations that the Nelson Mandela mentioned in his speech. Now we'll go further. Okay, and I know I have read somewhere that Nelson Mandela and Mahatma Gandhi both have met and they have discussed about this because both the person where yes, Mahatma Gandhi was I think they did not belong any kind of party. I think they belong to Congress. I may not think because Jawaharlal Nehru was also in Congress and Mahatma Gandhi was also in Congress, but Bhagat Singh was not from any party and Nelson Mandela was in party. So if suppose this is the system, if you want to change the system, you have to be a part of that system. First, Nelson Mandela had started he didn't start his own community or his own standard or his own party. He joined the existing party because the thing that was already existed has the power to change something, so he decided to join that. Okay, and the person who means he thinks that if today I will go with the flow, tomorrow I will turn the flow. Okay, so I will turn the direction of flow. This was the simple thinking of Nelson Mandela. Okay, now we'll go further. It was the desire for the freedom of my people to live their lives and dignity and self-respect that animated my life. Okay, that transformed the frightened young man into a bold one, that drove a law-abiding attorney to become a criminal, that turned a family-loving husband to a man without a home, that forced to live life-loving man to live like monk. Okay, here Nelson Mandela says that if you want to achieve something, you have to sacrifice not every time you have to kill yourself only, you have to sacrifice some of the parts of your daily routines. For example, here he mentioned that I was like, Nelson Mandela was like a law following person, and after while he was hunger for freedom, he becomes criminal. Okay, he has visited mostly in the jail, like it was like a pilgrimage or something. He visited most of days in the he spent most of days in the prison. Okay, and he was tortured with he was tortured to stop them but he betrayed that torture. Okay, and he fought there also. Okay, he said that when he didn't know about his hunger, his face was changed. Okay, he was like a simple human, a lovely husband. But when he was, against the system, he becomes a criminal. He becomes a mob who has to live alone, isolated from his family. That purity, that lovely family becomes another kind of system because he was another kind of family, another kind of person. That person becomes a different kind of person because he was running against the system. Okay, as I told you, he go with the flow, but he was against the system. In the Congress also, he was against the rules and regulations that were created against the British blacks. Okay, so he was against that. So he was forced to live like a monk. He was forced to live like isolated. He was forced to be a criminal. Nobody wants to be a criminal, but if you want to change something, you have to be Naxalwadi. You have to fight against that thing. So he becomes criminal. Okay, he visited prison like a morning walk. I have no more virtuous and self-sacrificing than the next man. But I found that I could not allow when I knew my people were not free. Okay? Freedom is indivisible. The chains on any one of my people were the chain on all of them. The chain on all of my people were the chain on me. It was like he elaborated his point in a poetic way that freedom is indivisible. Freedom is one. Okay, it is not divided. That you have only this much freedom, you have only this much freedom. You have only this kind of freedom, you have only this kind of freedom. Freedom is like a chain which is connected with each and every person, Okay, so Nelson Mandela states that he mentioned in his speech that this freedom was like a chain which was connected with my people and with me. Okay, we were connected with this chain to change the freedom. This was the scenario that the people exist. Okay, that the people want this chain of freedom to be connected with each and other. And this chain was, it was every day by day, it was damaged, it was broken down, but the chain was again rebuilt by the peoples of the Africans and by Nelson Mandela. Okay, so that they have to believe that one day we'll get the freedom. This was the chain, this was the thing, this was the change. Okay, so here this chapter is we are continuing. Okay, I know that the oppressor must be liberated just as surely as the oppressed. Okay, I am not purely free, I am taking away someone else's freedom just as surely as I am not free when my freedom is taken from me. I oppressed and the disoppressor like a rob of their human nature. Means it's like, okay, yes, today I got the freedom, my country is freedom, but it's not freedom of mine, it was freedom of someone else that I have taken. But then also the change that we were fighting for the change, finally ends and we will now. Okay, class. Now, okay, 10th standard, your chapter 2, Nelson Mandela has been completed in two parts. Part 1 in the previous lecture and part 2 in the this lecture, and we have discussed the entire chapter by word to word. We have I have explained the meaning also. In the next lecture, we'll see what we will do in this chapter. We will continue this chapter. We'll go through the grammar. Otherwise, we'll move for the next chapter.